Well, today I'm kind of working all over the garden. A little of this and a little of that, just very casual. So I had these planters from Aldi's, and I had these impatiens from Aldi's. I had them hanging in the front on my front porch, but they dry out too fast, so I'm going to plant these in these planters, and then I have some morning glory seeds that I'm going to plant there, and they can climb on the inside of the arbor. So I have one there and one there. I still have to plant that one. And I'm just trying to use up some of the new things that I bought and also use up some of the old things. So, and then whatever I don't use that I've had for a long time, I'm getting rid of. But I've already done a lot of that. So I don't know how much more I'm going to get rid of because my containers I'm going to use because I do have a container garden. So I'm sitting here just looking at my garden and thinking and making a plan and just formulating something in my head and just enjoying the day. It's a beautiful day. It's 70 degrees and it's absolutely gorgeous out here. So over here I still have a big mess and I'm trying to figure out, not quite ready to put the mulch down yet. That's what this is and that's what this is. So I think what I'm going to do, rather than pile it all up like that, I'm going to spread it out and put it on top of the weeds. Maybe put some weed killer down first. Maybe some of that vinegar weed killer. And then that'll choke out the weeds and it won't look like such a big pile until I get to it. So I'm going to try that and see how that works. So yeah, this is what I'm working towards, just different places to sit in my garden. I have my umbrella up here, and all my plants are doing very well. Now if I can only keep that doggone little chipmunk out of my planter boxes, he gets in there and he digs holes everywhere, or she, whatever it is. I don't know. And then the last thing I think I'm going to work on is that section over there. I have all these trellises that I can use to support the reed fencing. So I'm working in sections, and that's what I'm doing today. I'm just enjoying my garden, even though it's still not done. That's okay. You can enjoy the journey along the way, right? We can enjoy the journey. Doesn't always have to be the destination. So anyway, I'm just resting a little bit. I still have one bag of soil that I need to put in one of those containers that I just did. And I thought I had enough, but I think I'm going to have to buy 2 more bags of soil to plant my hydrangeas in. But we'll see. I'm not going to do that until I use up what I have. So, all right. Well, I'll be back later to wind things up. Well, I'm picking up all these stones, these rubber stones, and I'm replacing them with these black rubber pavers. And then I'm going to mulch here around it and use the rubber pavers in the other part of the patio, for lack of a better term. I'm going to put all the rubber pavers in here. So that's the plan. And I'm working my way over towards the fence. Okay, let's see how it turns out. Well, I got all these rubber stones dug up from back there, and I still need to put some landscape cloth down there, and then I'm going to finish doing all this part with these rubber pavers, but not today. It's already 5:30 and I've been putzing around in the garden all day, so I'm getting tired and my back is starting to hurt. But I did make some progress today. Planted some planters, cleaned up some things, and then over here on the patio, now I still have to do these weeds again, but I had gotten these mats at Dollar Tree for $3, and I'm going to put those, spray and then put those on top of the weeds and hopefully get rid of them. But I set up my chair, my umbrella, a table, so that when my neighbor comes back from her little trip, we can sit out here if it's nice and have a drink of whatever. And her roses are looking really pretty. They're peach and yellow, so her roses look really nice. But anyway, yeah, my sunflower is still growing like crazy. So that half of the garden is done except for all this stuff. And now I'm working on this half of the garden. So this is going to take me a while. But that's all right. You know, I'm not in a big rush. As long as I get this done maybe by the end of June, the 4th of July, so I can relax the rest of the summer, that would be good. So I'm going to go find something to eat, and then I'll be back to sign off. Well, I am tired. I had a really nice day in the garden today. I did a lot of sitting and thinking, but I also did a lot of working. So I'm happy with the progress that I made today. And if it's nice tomorrow, I'll do the same thing. It was perfect weather for working in the garden. Not too hot, not too cold. So I think I still have to get a couple of bags of potting soil. I'll get like 2 cubic feet, but I'll get 1 bag of 1 cubic foot each, because the big huge bags are just too heavy for me. I can't lift those anymore. So I have to finish planting the hydrangeas in the self-watering containers that I got for $5 at Dollar Tree. So my garden, I mean, I've put money into it, that's for sure, but everything in my garden is pretty much super cheap, and it's something that seniors can do because nothing is real heavy anymore out there. Once I got all the pots in the right place, the dirt was heavy, the mulch is heavy, but the stones, the rubber stones aren't heavy, those rubber pavers are not heavy. So I have to do everything on the cheap and easy. I can't get like cement blocks and things like that anymore and, you know, make my garden look nice with that. So I just have to go on the cheap. That's all there is to it. And even the plants that I get, some of them are from Mark's. I don't go to an expensive nursery. And the plants that they get at Mark's are actually from Maria Gardens, which is a nursery. So if I were to go there, it would cost me way more than if I buy them at Mark's. So they've been getting Maria Gardens plants for quite a while, and they get trees and shrubs and not a ton, not like, you know, the nurseries, but whatever I guess is left over goes to Mark's, and their flats of flowers are very nice. I've always gotten those and I had good luck with them. So they're, you know, like 2/3 of the price of a nursery plant. So anyway, I'm on a limited income. I have limited mobility and limited things that I can do as a senior. So I just have to do things on the cheap or things that are lightweight, and otherwise I have to get somebody to help me with everything, and I don't like to do that. I don't like to put my wishes on somebody else's plate. I think, I mean, not that you shouldn't help each other, that's not what I'm saying. But, you know, if you have a honey-do list a mile long and you can't do it anymore, I don't think it's fair to friends and family to put that burden on them. But that's just me. So, anyway, I'm glad I got done what I got done. And I'm just taking my time. You know, it doesn't look that great while I'm in the process of redoing the garden. And I know it doesn't look that great, but the parts that I've already finished, I'm very happy with. And I have a lot of flowers and plants and veggies and, you know, in my garden. That's the way I like it. I like it packed with a lot of different kinds of plants. And I know that's not for everybody, and a minimal garden isn't for everybody either. So, you know, it's all a matter of personal taste. So once everything grows and gets bigger, I think it'll look very lush, and I should have a lot of things blooming all the time. Right now, the perennials that I've planted back there they're small. You know, I didn't buy big gallon tubs to plant because that's too much for me. So I just bought the smaller containers, something that I could dig a hole. And then from Amazon, I ordered a kneeler bench that just came today. I have to put it together. That way it'll be easier for me if I do kneel down. It's got the handles and I'll be able to get up easier. Because sometimes sitting and bending over is worse than kneeling and bending over. So I have to do a little bit of both. And I have, you know, a stool, a garden stool too. So I have a couple different things now that I can use when I'm planting or pulling weeds or whatever. And I am not looking forward to pulling those weeds. So I might just put cardboard on top of them for a week or so. I don't know yet, because I have a lot of cardboard that I saved in the garage just for that purpose. And I may just do that and use some weed killer. I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, my main focus now is to start mulching the one side and then redoing the rubber pavers. I'm going to be starting on that. And I have a lot of newspaper too that I saved that I can use. So you wet the ground, you put the newspaper or cardboard on it, then you wet that, and then you put whatever on top, whether that's mulch or stones or rubber pavers like I have. And that should keep the weeds down for a year or two, at least for the rest of this year. So, yeah, in the meantime, I haven't done much with the house. I haven't done much with anything else because I'm very focused on getting the garden done. You know, one thing at a time. Otherwise, you get a little crazy. At least I do. So, all right, my friends, that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Don't forget to share, and thanks for watching.